Tavari, a career-high 27 points. Just what was working well for you tonight?
The ball was moving. I was getting open shots, and I was shooting confidently. My teammates were driving. A lot of them was off their penetration, and I was able to finish them. So it was really all help to my teammates.
You're 7 games in. Just where do you feel like the team's at with a 5-2 record?
We're at a good spot, but we got way more to go to get better. We're not even close to our ceiling. We still got to get better on the defensive end. Still got to work on our offense flowing better. So, I mean, we're in a good spot. We have a good record right now. We're happy with that we're winning, but not happy with our performance necessarily. So we still got to grow as a team.
Just obviously so many transfers, new guys stepping into new roles. Coach played 10, consistently playing 10. Just what have you seen out of the group as far as the new guys blending in with the experienced returnees?
Growth. Really, they all come from different places, different coaches. A lot of them say they don't have coaches like Gross that has as much language and different ways of explaining things. So to see them grow and learn our terms, learn our sets, our plays, our defense, it's been really good. And it's exciting because they're growing so much and still got so much season to go. So there's no ceiling on how good we're going to be.
For you, Tavari, again, just what's it been like for you to step into a larger role with, no Enrique, Greg, Ali, Sammy and so forth? What's that been like for you to be like, hey, I'm going to go out there and produce a little bit more?
It's been pretty easy. We have great guys on the team. They all listen. They don't take things personal. You can talk to them. You can tell them what they're doing wrong, and they can tell me what I'm doing wrong. It's vice versa. So it's been pretty easy. I learned a lot from Greg and Reek and how to lead and how to carry yourself on the team when you're one of the older guys now. So yeah, it's really been a blessing. It hasn't been difficult at all because we got such great guys on the team.
James, a career high for you in scoring. Just what was working for you tonight?
Just as TJ was saying earlier, the ball was moving. They found me in easy spots. Finally made a free throw. So, everything was just clicking. Just simple basketball.
As far as just, first year here, what's your kind of thoughts on this Akron team?
Oh, I love it so far. Coach does a really good job at making sure that we understand everything, not just the things we need to know for the game, like all the different, what's the word I'm looking for? Make sure that we need to know what we're doing, and he's just been really,
yeah, 17.
Really fun so far.
I know, yeah, 17.
5 shots.
Isaiah, just you guys are 7 games in, 5-2. How do you feel like this team's playing right now?
Good. I mean, just to reiterate what TJ said, a lot of growth still needs to happen. I think we're all new, but a lot of us have experience playing college basketball. So different system, different coaching, but end of the day, we know how things can be early in the season, but also how important it is to be playing our best basketball in March. So game by game, practice by practice, we want to keep improving and learning.
Okay. And I guess one more for Isaiah. Just where do you feel like this team has improved the most since the first game, and what are areas that need to continue to be improved?
I would say continuity. We've been saying a lot of different guys, different system, different playing styles, and we honestly hadn't played together that much. I mean, it helped being here in the summer and working out and all these practices, but I think early on, and we're still getting better at it, but just kind of getting that flow and kind of feeling what each other is capable of doing and we would move. All right, bro. Why you have to look at me like that? But basically just moving off each other and reading and reacting, I think we've gotten better at.
Okay.
Obviously, good win. I think, they have played a brutal schedule. Darren does such a great job, and they're hard to play against with the matchup zone. I've got a lot of respect for him and the job he does. He's got good players. Excited to watch their team as the year moves forward. And they got a big homestand, I think, coming up here. But I felt the same way about him last year, and then Vincent got hurt. So it's good to see him back out there. But in terms of us, I thought we played a little bit like we practiced. We were sloppy, fouled 25 times and turned it over 16 times. And fortunately, at least I hope, these guys will have a chance to learn from a win. They know, we always say we don't allow winning to be a deodorant. There were certainly some things we did well. We were efficient from the field, from 3, from 2, from the free throw line. I thought our assist rate was pretty good. Thought our ball movement and cutting was good early in the game. It got us the lead, I think, of maybe 17 in the first half at one point. And then I thought it got sticky. Thought we over-dribbled. We didn't cut as well. Played too much isolation basketball. So we'll have to take a look at that. But again, for us, I mean, fouling's a mistake. We fouled 25 times. We turned it 16 times. I thought Tavari was exceptional other than the turnovers. I mean, he'll tell you that, there's not very many coaches that want their starting point guard to have 6 turns in a game. If they say that, they're lying to you. So, he's got to be better with the ball. He knows that. He won't be happy with that number. It wasn't great. Now, offensively, from a shooting perspective, and his ability to make timely baskets, I thought were big, throughout the game. Obviously, Okonkwo, I said to him after the game, I don't know what's more impressive, your perfect free throw and field goal percentage or the fact you fouled 5 times in 16 minutes. Equally impressive. So, again, we were just too sloppy. We got to be a little bit more sharp than what we were, and hopefully we'll choose to learn from a win because we'll have that opportunity here after a day off.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, with Tavari, 27 points, career high, accentuating the positive. Just what have you seen out of him where he stepped into a larger role after all the guys graduated from last year?
He's very gifted offensively. I've told him that for a long time. I really believe in his ability on offense. The only thing he struggles with, he's got to be better taking care of the ball. He's got to be tougher with the basketball. But he had not shot it great from 2 or 3, Michael, up to his standards early here in the season, and I knew it was a matter of time. I mean, he's too good of an offensive player to shoot the percentages he was prior. So I knew he'd come around with that. My biggest thing is we got to have him and Sharon, who play that position for us, really take good care of it. And we're not going to use the fact that we're playing faster as an excuse. We still got to take care of the ball. Crazy thing is 16 turns and we still had 86. I mean, if we would have taken better care of it a little bit and played with like 11 or 12, we'd have been 90-plus points, against a team that typically with the matchup and the zone press, typically the possession number when you play them is a little lower. So, but yeah, I thought he made timely baskets.
As far as James Okonkwo, another career high for him, 17 points. Obviously had some fouls, but he was perfect from the field, perfect to the line, as you said. Just what have you seen out of him as he gets acclimated to Akron basketball?
He's just getting more comfortable each day that goes by. Obviously, thank goodness Marvin has practiced well and entered the rotation a couple games ago because we needed him tonight with the foul trouble that James, and Lyles were in. So Marvin gave us some good minutes. I thought James was really good. I thought what's crazy is he played 16 minutes. He's usually been playing around 20 and averaging like 9 rebounds a night, So rebounding-wise, he was pretty good tonight. He's been better rebounding-wise, but obviously you can't get more efficient than what he was tonight. And he's been working really hard at the free throw line with Dustin, and so it's good to see that pay off for him.
You have the layoff of about, 8-9 days since the 3-game set here. Just what have you seen, that you like through 7 games?
Yeah.
And, what you need to work on?
I think our defense has got to be better. Tonight, fouling was a big part of, our inefficiency on that end of the floor. Offensively, I love how we're tracking there. I think if you watch us, obviously we've had 90+, 86. Like, we're playing faster. We've got more depth. We got more speed. So I like how we're tracking there, and we've been really taking good care of the ball until today. I didn't think we were very good at it today, but we did that in practice. I thought we would be sloppy a little bit tonight because we practiced that way the last 3 days, and so we'll have to, get that cleaned up.
You talk about the depth. We didn't see Shema Scott today. Is there any update with what he's going on?
No, obviously Shema's a good player. I made the decision to play 9 to 10 guys like I did last week. I erred on the side of playing the guys who had practiced the best because this wasn't like one day of practice. We've had, like Michael said, major layoffs. So, like, after the first layoff, we had 6 practices, which is rare, where you're really dialing it in on yourself, not as much on the opponent. This time we've had 5 practices in between on this layoff. We have another layoff after the game on Saturday of 8 days. So, that gives us a lot of information. I'm watching every possession in practice. We got a defensive grade out. We're looking at turnover percentage, individual rating, what lineups play well together, who earns the right to play. And right now, some of those guys, Chad, as you can see from how we rotated, are kind of in that 8 through 11 area in the rotation. And Marvin entered it because how he practiced. Seth entered it because of how he practiced. So practice is important. It matters here.
I mean, obviously, you break down film of games. Do you break down film and keep stats for practice? Too?
Yes, every possession.
Has that always been the case?
Yes.
Going back to OU and Illinois?
Yeah,
and
I watch it. I watch all of them. I watch the whole practice. Now, the staff's working on opponents right now once we start playing games. But I have a couple of the support staff that helps me chart what I need to chart.
Okay.
And then I watch the whole practice, every practice, because I want to know how we're playing. That's as or more important to me, Michael, than how the opponent's playing. Because I think it's 80% us, I always tell them, and 20% opponent.
Anything else for Coach?
I know you talked, y'all had the 3 games about defense. How do you feel like the defense executed today?
Yeah, it's better, Dylan, except for the fouling. We can't, good defenses don't foul like that. And I'm sure you watch it. Shoot, I don't coach a perfect game. I'm sure the officials didn't officiate one. So let's say maybe a couple of them were questionable, 2 or 3. Well, that doesn't give us an excuse to foul 22 more times. I mean, we fouled. So we've got to be better. That's not on the officials. That's on us. We got to be better. We got to play with better technique. A couple times we had possessions where we're about ready to get stops and we foul with like 4 seconds on the shot clock. It's a lack of discipline. Losing teams do that. Fortunately, tonight we were able to win with that issue. So, again, that's a blessing, and we better learn real quick because that's not a recipe that you can sustain consistent play with.
So when you pick the defense up, how high do you think this team's ceiling really is when they lock in
Well,
on
I think
defense?
we got depth, so great question. I think, we can rebound the ball. We've got some depth, but a lot of it just starts with the mentality. Obviously the way we're playing now, we're scoring a lot of points, playing a lot of guys. We're getting up and down. But I've tried to explain to them with the offensive style change, we still have to defend. That's where you reach consistency. Defending, rebounding, take care of the ball. Especially when you're away from home. I mean, I think that's the recipe. If you're going to think you're going to go into every place and shoot 50-some% from the field and 40+ from 3 and 89 from the line, and that's going to be your recipe to win, consistently, regardless of where you're playing, but especially on the road and neutral sites, you're nuts. It ain't happening. I've lived it long enough to know that. So that's why we've got to be better on that end.